Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
We are graced with Sarah's presence tonight. I have to say, I'm a little starstruck. I love you as Aunt Lydia on The Handmaid's Tale. Mike Pence, if you haven't seen it, you would love it. Every time Sarah steps up to the podium, I get excited because I'm not really sure what we're going to get. You know, a press briefing, a bunch of lies, or divided into softball teams. It's shirts and skins, and this time don't be such a little bitch, Jim Acosta. I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like me.
Facts. F-A-C-T-S. She burns facts. She even over-enunciated facts so that you wouldn't think she said fat. But apparently, the conservatives, they think Sarah Sanders, they think fat. That's their problem. And by the way, Matt Schlapp is in complete and utter denial that Donald Trump ever made fun of a disabled reporter.
But what about this? I just want to remind you, because I just want to check your comedy meter, okay? Sure. Matt, so this moment that President Trump has always said was a joke when he mocked a disabled reporter. Let's watch this.
Right after a couple of good paragraphs, and it's talking about northern New Jersey, draws the prober's eye, written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember.
Should the people behind him have walked out?
Yeah, really.
I don't think it's clear to this day what he meant by doing that.
You don't think that he was mocking a disabled reporter?
I've seen. Look, we have spent 2 years going through all the tape of all the things Donald Trump has done.
Yeah.
And I understand that there's a point of view that this man is the worst guy in the world. I get
just
that.
asking if you're offended by that joke. Are you offended by that joke?
But what you're trying to say is that because maybe the president has been over the line, that it's fine for the White House press corps to be over the line.
I think that's the wrong way to look at it.
Press corps.
I'm asking
I've
your
heard
impression.
the president
Are you only offended when it's a comedian at the White House Correspondents' Center, but not at what the president says are these sort of uncomfortable, cringeworthy jokes?
I think that the impression that the president was trying to make fun of the man physically it could be a stretch. I don't know what he was doing. I've seen the president do this kind of motion.
You didn't think that was the president making fun of the reporter's movements, the reporter's body language?
Allison, I don't know.
Listen, you motherfuckers, we're going to tax you 25%.
He doesn't know.
I'm going to bomb the shit out of him.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know if the president is vulgar. He doesn't know if the president makes fun of disabled people. He doesn't know if the president mocks women. He doesn't know if the president makes fun of Carly Fiorina's face or Megyn Kelly's, cycle, or if he makes fun of Rosie O'Donnell, or if Matt Schlapp doesn't know. All he knows is his wife walked out because apparently she thought the same thing. She thought fat. No, facts. Mike in Florida.
Hey, Randy. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, when I watched that, I noticed the room got real silent when she mentioned how they should be thanking Donald Trump for all the ratings and all the money they got. He couldn't make anything successful.
Yeah, she trashed the media too. She went after him big time. She went after Al Franken. She went after Ted Kennedy. She went after CNN. She went after the media being too, making a fortune off of this crazy man. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's part of the reason why I think they're throwing her under the bus is because she kind of threw them under the bus.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Nah.
I swear to God, it's Twitter. It's all Twitter. They're all their Twitter accounts lit up, and they were all.
Yeah, I think a few thousand people on Twitter get outraged, and then there's like a blanket outrage that apparently everybody's outraged.
Everybody's outraged. And people forget what their own experience was. You know, I mean, like, I'm watching it and I'm thinking, oh my God, she's killing. This is so freaking funny.
Yeah, me too.
Right? And I'm thinking, this girl is really, really good. And, you know, her delivery is amazing. And she's got this unique, you know, style. And, you know, I just loved her material. And all of a sudden, they take it away from you. You know, they start saying, this was bad. This was inappropriate. She went too far. Blah, blah, blah. We have to denounce her. And you forget that you actually laughed your ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walker in Texas.
Hi there.
Hey.
I agree with the guy from Kentucky because I listened to it 2 or 3 times and I thought she said fat.
You thought she said she burns her fat. Well, even if the joke was, it wasn't, but even if she said she burns fat and uses the ash to create a...
It doesn't make any sense. I didn't understand it at all.
Oh, because you thought fat.
I thought fat, and I thought this joke makes no sense. What's she trying to say?
Does it make sense when you realize she's burning facts?
Then when you said facts, I got it.
Yes.
And it was great.
It was
but
great.
I did not understand it. Okay.
Well, maybe next year I'll do the White House Correspondence Day.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Tell me about it.
We'll try to get a ticket.
That's all I want to do is go. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've never, ever been able to go. I lived in Washington for how many years?
I can't believe they haven't had you.
Never. No, never. And I've tried. I really have. I've tried to go. Well,
keep plugging away.
Thank you. I want to go to that, and I want to go to the Gridiron. I have never been to either of those. Like I said, the only one I was ever invited to was the Radio and TV Correspondence Dinner. It was supposed to feature Al Gore, and he couldn't make it, and I got Valerie Jarrett. But the entertainment was good that year. It was Lady Gaga. That was awesome. Lori in Oakland.
Hi, first time, long time, Randy.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Okay, I happened to be driving to work the next morning after seeing it on Saturday. Hilarious. So I have to get to work 8 o'clock. So I call in a radio show because I hear them trashing this woman saying, oh, she was horrible, talking about Sarah Huckabee Sanders' looks and whatnot. And I was like, no, that's not what happened. So this like only the second time I called the radio show. That was the first time I called, and I said, no, that's not what happened. It was funny. She never talked about, her appearance. And when I hung up, somebody gets on the phone and then says the same thing, that it was horrible. She didn't have to talk about her appearance. And I didn't understand what they did. Even if it was fat, Randy, if they said that she was burning fat, it didn't make sense. But you don't hear anyone explaining that. Oh, that, these people who, journalists and such who had come out against her, come out and recant it and say, I thought she said this. They never say what they say they thought they heard.
Well, apparently they have an issue with Sarah Sanders, looks. Apparently this is top of mind for them. So
exactly. Yeah, it's almost as if they were so nervous. It's almost like what they wanted to hear.
Yeah. Or they expected, and that's why she was so funny, because she didn't give you, what was expected. She didn't. I mean, she put herself down as far as her look. She called herself, a frizzy-haired girl with small, T words.
Yes.
Right. I mean, she did put herself down, and she made fun of her own voice and all that. Right. And she said, "But you can't shut me up unless, Michael Cohen sends me a check for $130,000." I mean, she did. She did make you think she was going in one direction, but then took you another way. That's comedy.
Exactly. She was awesome. This is the first time I ever heard of this woman.
Yeah, I know.
She was amazing. Because she had me laughing.
She got very famous. She did herself a lot of good, I have to say. She got very famous. And if you think that stand-ups who get to that level haven't toured the country and haven't sat in silent rooms and haven't performed to, people that don't like them or haven't gotten booed, you're wrong. That woman's got a thick skin. It's Donald Trump and the rest of the press corps that's thin-skinned.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I loved her. And you know what? I was reading a newspaper article. It's in the homework section. I put it there just because I love Kathy Griffin, and poor Kathy Griffin. She also was run out of her. I mean, she had a D-list show. She got a little too famous. They had to knock her down, right? Remember, Kathy Griffin did a little piece of art, humor, comedy, right? Where Trump's talking about beheadings. Trump's talking about beheadings. And, of course, he goes to Saudi Arabia where they do 48 beheadings like every single year. And so she took a picture with a mannequin head that looked like Donald Trump, right? And she posed with it, and it was a comical thing. It was, funny. It was a satire of Donald Trump. And all of a sudden, she's canceled. She's off the... I mean, in this weird way, I feel bad for Bill Maher that way, too. But, these people are so used to this crap, and I'm so used to it, that we just keep coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. Terry in Dallas.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Rhodes?
Hello, Terry in Dallas.
I got to say, Red Fox said it best. Every end of his show, he would say one thing. If you've been offended at anything I said, fuck you. You shouldn't have brought your ass here in the first place.
Oh, the comedian?
No, Red Fox. That's how he ended his show.
Oh, Red Fox, yeah. I haven't heard one of those albums in a really long time, I have to tell you.
He used to say that at a live concert.
Well,
shouldn't have paid for the ticket, and you shouldn't have came here in the first place.
I swear to God.
And this is another thing I got to say.
But the president's mouth is more foul than any comedian, and he's serious when he says it. So how is this, pass the smell test? How could people be outraged as far as, I've never heard this language. It came from the president's mouth. The president said you can grab them by the, right? The president said, okay, listen, you mother effers, I'll tax I'll tax you 25%. The president said, I'm going to bomb the S out of them. The president is the one that tweets these horrendous things. How are they all so surprised that she used his own language to make comedy? I don't even understand it.
This is one thing you got to understand. I'm a big football fan, and my coach used to say the team is strong as the weakest link.
Yes, that's true. That's what I heard in the military too. Teresa in New York.
Hey, Randy, how are you? First time, long time.
Hi.
Hi. So this is my one beef with the Democratic Party with regard to this whole story. The reason why we continue to lose elections, the reason why we continue to fail at, getting any policy across or any recognition is because we don't stand up when we're supposed to. This poor woman, obviously is being attacked, and the one thing the Republicans can do well is attack, and not have the Democrats come back and attack them back and say, no, this is where you're wrong, and this is why we continue to fail. I really hope that in November people will come out and do what's right and support the people that really deserve to be supported and stand up to the Republicans because they continue to win. Just like after, the event, everybody's saying, oh, well, Donna, especially on Joe Amica, Donald Trump won. Donald, stop saying that. He did not win. And why are you, supporting this idiot when what she said was true?
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the delivery, it's like, stop saying that this man is winning. You're giving him energy. You're feeding his base. What do they need him for when you have us?
She actually talked about that. She said, but the Democrats, she said, I'd make fun of the Democrats, but the Democrats do nothing except...
Do nothing. We sit there and
she said, except you're going to lose to, Mr. Nambla, pedophile Nazi doctor.
Exactly.
Did you hear? And then she went, oh, he's a doctor. This is who they are.
Unclutch your pearls.
I know.
Unclutch your pearls
Unclutch.
and fight.
Unclutch, because if your hand is around your own neck, then you can't take his hand off of yours. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh.
It's frustrating. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you, Teresa.
Okay.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye-bye. I think it might be in this clip, though. Wait.
Good evening. Here we are, the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Like a porn star says when she's about to have sex with a Trump. Let's get this over with. It's 2018, and I'm a woman, so you cannot shut me up. Unless you have Michael Cohen wire me $130,000. Michael, you can find me on Venmo under my porn star name, Reince Priebus. Reince just gave a thumbs up. Okay. Mike Pence is what happens when Anderson Cooper isn't gay. You guys gotta stop putting Kellyanne on your shows. All she does is lie. If you don't give her a platform, she has nowhere to lie. It's like that old saying, if a tree falls in the woods, how do we get Kellyanne under that tree? I'm not suggesting she gets hurt, just stuck. Stuck under a tree. Incidentally, a tree falls in the woods is Scott Pruitt's definition of porn.
Nobody
and I'm never really sure what to call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. You know, is it Sarah Sanders? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Is it cousin Huckabee? Is it Auntie Huckabee Sanders? Like, what's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women? Oh, I know, Aunt Coulter.
It isn't in there, but I just love playing it.
Randi, the right support, the hypocrisy is so thick. Donald Trump body shamed the accuser, his accuser. He said, oh, she wouldn't have been my first choice.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did.
Oh, no, he shames everybody. He body shamed Rosie O'Donnell. He body shamed Carly Fiorina. He body shamed every accuser that came forward. He also defamed them, called them all liars. He's called Stormy Daniels a lie. Oh, by the way, Stormy Daniels just brought another lawsuit. Michael Avenatti just brought another lawsuit against Donald Trump for defamation, for defaming her. Summer Zervos also has a defamation lawsuit. Now, it's a tough hole because, you know, he's a public figure. So you have to prove he meant it. And he doesn't mean anything, he says. So it's going to be kind of hard to prove he meant it. You know what I mean? But that's, you know, I mean, listen, this man has shamed, body shamed, face shamed, looks shamed, every single woman. That he even said he didn't like the view of Hillary Clinton from behind. Oh, please. Called her a pedophile. Seriously, dude. Go to RandiRhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.